Hello everyone, my name is Rich Keener. I'm the Village Manager for the Village of Villa Park. And today is another one of our segments where I'll be talking about an upcoming board meetings agenda. So today's segment, I'll be talking about Monday, September 23rd. And so how about if we start? So number one on the agenda for Monday, September 23rd is the call to order, the roll call. Number two for Monday night is the Pledge of Allegiance. Number three is public comments on agenda items. And folks, that's the appropriate time for anyone in the audience to come to the podium and comment on items that are on the formal agenda for that evening. Number four for Monday night is amendments to the agenda. And folks, that's the appropriate time for the President or Board of Trustees to revise the formal agenda for that evening. Number five is proclamations and presentations. So we do have a few for Monday night. So we have 5A, which is the National Rail Safety Week proclamation. We have 5B, which is the Fire Prevention Week proclamation. And we have 5C, which is the 2020 Budget Policy Review. And folks, the background for this item is that the village staff begins to compile the 2020 budget. It is helpful to have the village board review and affirm the budgetary policies that will help guide the budget. So folks, we have a few policies that we use on an annual basis that help us guide what we do. And they're policy guides, they're budget guides, they're asset guides, they're investment policies, their purchasing policies, things of that nature. And so we have a few of those that we want reaffirmed Monday night. So when we move into the budget process in the next few weeks, those will be set in place and to kind of give staff a guiding principles, if you will. So let's move on to number 6 for Monday night, which is the consent agenda. And we have 6A, which is the bill listing for the weeks of September 9th and September 16th, 2019, in the total amount of $245,606.96. We have 6B, which is minutes from the board meeting held on September 9th, 2019. And then we have 6C, which is minutes from the public hearing held on September 9th, 2019. So folks, now we're moving on to number 7 for Monday night, September 23rd, which is resolutions, and we do have a few resolutions for the evening. We have 7A, which is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, establishing the holiday schedule and regular meeting dates of the Village Board of Trustees for calendar year 2020. So folks, the background for this item is that the Villa Park Municipal Code contains various references to meetings and holidays. On an annual basis, the Board of Trustees establishes and approves a schedule of the meetings of the Village of Villa Park Board of Trustees, as well as the village's annual holiday schedule. Staff recommends that the President and Board of Trustees pass a resolution to establish the holidays and meeting dates of the Villa Park Board of Trustees for the 2020 calendar year. So folks, we do this on an annual basis. We have the board approve all the dates that the village offices will be closed, which would be July 4th, Christmas, Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, things of that nature. And then we also have them approve at the same time the board meetings for the next year as well. So we usually meet on the second and fourth Monday of the month. There are a couple months due to holidays that we changed. So during the month of May and December in 2020, we had to adjust our meeting schedule a little bit due to the holidays for those months. So moving on to 7B for Monday night is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, authorizing Halloween trick-or-treating hours. So folks, it's almost that time, so the background on this item is that our village has historically passed by resolution a time and date for children to participate in Halloween trick-or-treating. By adoption of this resolution, a uniform time is recommended for the event, thereby allowing the police department to increase patrol for the purpose of protecting the children who are participating in the Halloween festivities. It is recommended that the village board approve the official trick or treating hours of 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Thursday, October 31st, 2019. So folks, again, we do this on an annual basis. We establish the Halloween trick-or-treating hours, and we do this by resolution. And so again, this year it's 3 to 7 p.m. on October 31st. So moving on to 7C for Monday night, September 23rd, is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving an agreement for ambulance billing services between the Village of Villa Park and Paramedic Billing Services. So folks, the background for this item is that in 2013 the village entered into an agreement with Paramedic Billing Services, also known as PBS, for ambulance billing services. Since that time, billing receipts have increased by over 20%. Staff recommends approving the attached resolution, which will extend the expiring agreement for an additional 3 years through September of 2022. So folks, PBS PBS does the collection for the village for all the ambulance invoices. So when our ambulances are called to various homes or accidents, there are invoices generated, and PBS follows up to make sure that those invoices are paid by insurance companies and etc. and things of that nature. And they have done a very good job since 2013, and we'd like to extend the agreement another 3 years through September of 2022. So moving on to 7D for Monday night is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, rejecting all bids received for construction of the 2019 street improvement project. So folks, the background on this item is that the village recently bid the 2019 street improvement project. The bids received were considerably higher than expected and exceeded the construction budget for the project. A formal rejection of all bids received is recommended. So folks, we went out for bids for the 2019 street improvement project. The bids came back in excess of $200,000 over engineers' estimates. Additionally, the village was lucky enough to receive money in the capital bill for Plymouth, which is in the 2019 street improvement project, in the amount in excess of over $700,000. So it's really a two-pronged issue. So the bids came back in excess of $200,000, higher than engineers' estimate, and in the capital bill, money was set aside for Plymouth Street in the amount of like $733,000. And we want to use that money for Plymouth, which is in this street improvement project. So by rejecting bids, we'll go out to bid probably in January and February with the 2020 street improvement project, and then do them all at once starting in early 2020, and use that capital bill money, and hopefully the bids will come back in an acceptable fashion. Moving on to 7E for Monday night is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving a contract with A-Lamp Concrete Contractors, Inc. of Schaumburg, Illinois, for construction of the Astor, Myrtle, and Euclid Improvement Project in an amount not to exceed $2,434,983.88. So folks, the background on this particular item is that staff is requesting contract approval for the construction of the Astor, Myrtle, and Euclid Improvement Project involving sewer separation and roadway reconstruction efforts. The project was competitively bid with 8 bids received. A-Lamp Concrete Contractors of Schaumburg, Illinois submitted the lowest responsible bid in the amount of $2,434,983.88. The Illinois EPA will also need to review and approve the award of a contract after Village Board consideration. the village expects to receive low-interest loan funding from the Illinois EPA for combined sewer separation efforts as part of the project. If approved, the village would be responsible for paying for project costs and then requesting loan reimbursement. Funds would be taken from the street improvement, referendum, stormwater, water supply, wastewater, capital, and wastewater sewer separation funds. So folks, this particular project has been discussed for quite some time, and we're very excited to bring it forward at this time. And so hopefully it's approved Monday night, and then after the consideration by the board, we'll submit the materials to the Illinois EPA, and hopefully they'll approve the loan funding at a 2% loan for about 20 years, and then we'll move forward with this project in the spring. And it's a great project. You know, the citizens in that area have been really waiting for this, so we're all excited. So moving on to 7F for Monday night, September 23rd, is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving a contract with A-Lamp Concrete Contractors of Schaumburg, Illinois, for the 2019 pavement patching program in an amount not to exceed $197,500. So folks, the background on this particular item is that staff proposes the completion of pavement patching on various village streets as a part of the 2019 pavement patching program. The project was publicly bid with 3 contractors submitting bids. It is recommended that a contract be awarded to A-Lamp Concrete Contractors of Schaumburg, Illinois, in the amount of $197,500. Funds have been budgeted for this work in Street Improvement Fund account number 60-502-02-299. So folks, we do this on an annual basis, the patching projects for our streets. And with this particular item on our website, we'll have a map showing all the patching that is proposed underneath this contract for $197,500. Some or most of it is on the north part of town, and there's several minor projects on the south part of town, but most of it is on the north part of town, north of St. Charles. So moving on for 7G, which is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving the purchase of a video surveillance system for the police department in the amount of $36,854. So folks, the background on this particular item is that the police department maintains a booking room for processing prisoners, 4 jail cells which are used for secure detention of prisoners, an evidence processing room, and 5 evidence vaults for the storage of evidence and found property. These areas require a video surveillance system to ensure officer and prisoner safety, provide for accountability, and limit liability. Currently, the only camera located in any of these areas is in the booking room, which does not capture all the areas of the room. Staff, therefore, recommends the purchase of a new server and 14 cameras to provide adequate coverage and video storage as required by law. All equipment is to be purchased from Current Technologies of Lombard, Illinois, in the amount of $36,854. Funds for this purchase have been allocated in the DUI Fund, account number 19-520-01-401, and Equipment Replacement Fund, account number 65-502-02-401. So folks, it was really explained well in the background of the item, but in our police department, we're in need of a surveillance system, and this particular item proposes purchasing 14 cameras and a server which will store all the video data. And we only have 1 camera in that building now for this booking area, and we need some more, obviously. So it's much needed, and hopefully it's approved Monday night. So moving on to number 8 for Monday night, September 23rd, is public comments on non-agenda items. And folks, that's the appropriate time for anyone in the audience to come to the podium and comment on items that are not on the formal agenda for that evening. Number 9 is the village clerk's report. Number 10 is the village trustees report. Number 11 is the village president's report. Number 12 is the village manager's report. Number 13 is the executive session. And folks, we'll be going into executive session, but we do not have any action items coming out of executive session. So 13A is pursuant to the general provisions of the Open Meetings Act. We have A, 5 ILCS 120-2 C1, personnel matters. We have B, which is C2, collective bargaining matters. We have C, which is C5, purchase or lease of property. We have D, which is C6, sale or lease of property. We have E, which is C11, pending litigation. We have F, which is C21, discussion of closed session minutes. And then, folks, we have number 14 for the evening, which is adjournment. And folks, our next meeting is October 14th, 2019. But I want to call your attention to our October 28th meeting, where we'll have that particular meeting at the Iowa Community Center. That will be at 7 p.m. And one of the items on that formal agenda that evening will be discussion of adult use recreational cannabis. As you're aware, recreational cannabis has been approved by the governor and the state legislature for enactment on January 1st, 2020. And so we will have public discussion and receive public comment on October 28th at the Iowa Community Center at 7 p.m. on the regular scheduled board meeting agenda. So folks, that's it for this segment. My name is Rich Keener. I'm the village manager for the Village of Villa Park. It's my honor. I hope to see you soon. Be safe, take care, and if you have time, hopefully you'll come Monday night in person or maybe view it on one of our cable TV channels. Take care.